What's up, guys? LJ back, and I've got, this modern truth on here to bring you that may or may not please you. And that is that, in my opinion, in my experience in working with hundreds of thousands of people over the last 20 or so years in yoga, is that the sun salute, which is a sequence of poses in yoga, you might have heard of it, which is a sequence that a lot of teachers out there use all the time and prescribe. And it's even been said over the centuries that for a lot of us, just to do a sun salute practice each day could be enough. And that maybe it's even the perfect sequence that could take care of our bodies, right? It's all inclusive, comprehensive, and it just does the thing. Well, I'm here to say that I disagree. I have learned and have seen and have worked with enough people now to see that a lot of us modern bodies need something different than the sun salutes, especially to get started. In the modern sun salute, often it's really easy to override the work that we do need and to overwork parts that could help us even get hurt. So modern use of the sun salutes, I would vote not the best choice for the modern body, especially at first. And I would even propose that this is why a lot of people who try yoga and think they hate it is because they were taken straight to sun salutes and they could just sense that it was not appropriate or safe for their body, which I agree. So why is the sun salute kind of a poor choice for us modern yogis? And not that you can't play with the sun salutes, especially when you get more experienced in your practice and when you get some of your alignment issues worked out, for instance, and you make sure that you build up to using sun salutes. But even for those of us who have been doing yoga for years, a sun salute may not do the thing. And it may be the reason that some of our very experienced teachers are having chronic pain and having a hard time getting out of it because we think it's all about the sun salutes. And in those sun salutes, we tend to not use parts that we need to use and overuse parts that we're already overusing. So just a couple examples, us modern yogis, we're sitting a lot more than our ancestors. So we need a lot more work, for instance, in our hips than the yogis did hundreds of thousands of years ago. So not that the modern sun salute doesn't include a little bit of hip work, but it's not a lot. And it's actually easy to override and overuse things like strength in the upper body to keep avoiding those hips, right? And then it's really easy to hurt ourselves in those sun salutes because the sun salutes may or may not get us into structural alignment. And most of us modern bodies these days do have some alignment issues going on with the posture. And if we don't first straighten that out with some very specific moves, exercises, then a sun salute could hurt us. It could make things worse. So for a lot of us, it's either not enough or it's too much. And it's time to rethink the sun salute as the end-all practice. And again, if you like to play with it just because it's like a dance you like to do, then awesome. But I would vote do some things first to prepare yourself, because then you'll make sure you don't overuse parts. And then you also make sure you do work the parts that you may not get to in that sun salute sequence. And then, play from there. So not here to rock your boat too much, but to help you see why the use of a more personalized practice is better for most of us these days. And those sun salutes, although a generalized and even fun practice, not ideal, turns out, for a lot of us modern people. Too much or too little. And if we're going to do them, we need to prepare for them and make sure that we're leaving them feeling good too, right? So hit me up if you have some more ideas on this, or even if it makes you angry if you love those sun salutes, right? So I love sharing my truth with you, and this is what I see in my yoga journey. So thanks for listening, guys. Namaste.